Hey guys, what's up? I have the day off work, so just need a little R&R, so I came out to do some detecting, and I've been doing some research on how to find old places because I'm in Las Vegas, and it's known for its mining, I guess, the area, and it was really hard to find places to go, so I did a lot of research, and I was actually found a GPS called Gaia that I could download on my phone. You can use on your computer, and it's my first time using it, and you have to get the premium version so you can actually look at historical maps where old home sites and stuff used to be, and you can overlay it with current topo maps. So this is my first time using it. I tried it this morning, found a couple places to check out, and right outside town here, it showed me it looked like a building on the old historic map. This was from 1900-ish, so I came out to check it out. I found the vicinity. I did a waypoint where my GPS took me to it, and I didn't see anything, and like I thought maybe, it's been a while, and maybe it just fell apart and got buried and there was just no remains. But I ended up parking, and right here I walked up on this hill, and supposedly the home site is down about where I'm at, and I was looking around, and from the top of the hill I spotted what looks to be like a foundation. So I came down, and I'm about to go check it out. It looks like a lot of people dump trash here, but you never know, might be able to find some. But it's really cool. I was able to use the app to find a spot, my first spot I ever came to, and you can also take a picture of that spot and add it into your map, so for future reference you can see what the area looks like if you ever want to come back. I got a couple more spots I pinpointed I'm gonna check out after this one if this one does not pan out. So yeah, so I recommend checking out the app. This is my first time using it, but 100% I give it 5 stars so far. So we'll see what we can find. So I literally just walked around the area, and I was making my way back to the car. I'm gonna grab the detector, but there's a bit of stuff laying around. I just saw these 2 pennies laying like around. That one's a memorial. This one I haven't looked at. Looks like a 72. A couple pennies on top of the ground. So I'm gonna make my way back towards the car and grab the detector. Hopefully find something old. So sorry about the wind, it's crazy windy today. So as you can see, a lot of people have dumped trash and stuff around here, but there is pieces of buildings still. So there's a lot of cans, it looks like, which is a good sign. Horse tracks. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. So this is what I saw from up on top of the hill. So yeah, there used to be a building here. So the map did not lie. I was able to overlap it. On the spot, it actually showed me it was about 100 feet that way. But when I got up on the hill, I could see this. So it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna probably swing around here. I'm gonna look around a little bit first, then swing the detector around and see if I haven't able to find anything. I don't know what this would have been. These pylon things right here almost make me think it was a mine at one time. It's a really deep hole right here. So maybe it was a little mine here, I don't know. But it looks like the front door is probably on the other side where there's 2 concrete things are. Is probably on that side, I'm guessing, facing that way. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna take a look around and I'll let you know if I find anything cool. Just got a good signal. I just dug up this, looks like an old sprinkler. It still moves. that. I think it says Rainbird on it. So I just popped out this old Milwaukee can, and I was looking around, and it looks like here's another penny. It looks like a modern one. I think the structure that is here is older. It's probably early 1900s, but I feel like somebody probably lived here since. I've been finding like pieces of paintbrushes and just a little bit more modern stuff. I haven't gone very far. I've only been here about 15 minutes, so I'm sure there's some good stuff buried. This is looks like a 68. Nice. Check it out over the mountains over there. It's snowing. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like kind of hazy. It looks like snow. It is chilly out. It's probably about 50 where I'm at. And it's super windy. Just found a super cool key. It says P&F Corbin, New Britain. I'm guessing Connecticut, CT. That's pretty cool. It's got a really cool design on it. That's awesome. Best find so far, right there. Found this old razor. It's kind of cool. I'm guessing, I don't know my razors very well, but 50s, 60s maybe. Made in the US. I think there's a brand name on the back. I can't quite read it, but it's pretty cool, huh? I keep finding stuff. I'm gonna look around a little more, and I'm probably gonna go check out. I found a mine not too far from here that on the map that I'm gonna go check out. This stuff right here doesn't seem too old. There's kind of old stuff mixed in with like 60s, I feel like mason jars and things like that, which they might have had in the house. Just wanted to show you guys this kind of cool find. These are, they used them to put their shoes on. They stick this in the back of your shoe, and then you can slide your foot down in. That's what these were used for. My dad used to have them, I remember, when I was little. Just picked up the detector, swung once, and I had a good signal, so pull this out. Guessing Memorial. Yeah, another 76, it looks like. I bet there's some old stuff in here. There's just so much stuff everywhere. It's crazy. I'm gonna come back at a different time probably and really go through when it's not so cold and windy. Another penny. Another button. Another toothbrush. Another spoon. What is this? This is sparkly. I don't know. Some kind of metal. Maybe a brooch of some sort. Brass or copper, maybe. And your safety pin. Button. So much stuff. 76, yeah, this must have been from the 60s, 70s. Cool. Another button, another penny. It's like they up and just left everything. Another Memorial. It's that one's a 59, almost a weedy. It's really close. Some kind of glass bead, maybe off the necklace. Another button, big button. Another one. Man, they're everywhere. Yeah, I was telling you, it's crazy. like I'll find quite a bit of change if I really start looking. It's a cool little glass bottle. Still has the cap on it. It's pretty sweet. And then I just found this too. I dug this one up. Gave off a good signal. It says postage guaranteed. Something sender deposit an email box, disabled American veteran, Cincinnati, Ohio. That's pretty awesome. Those are the finds I like that have meaning like that. Just cool history. It's probably not crazy old, but still awesome to find. Hey guys, so I went and drove around to try to get to the other mine, but the road was blocked off, so I ended up just coming back home, and I'm just going to do a quick run through of stuff I found. But the app I use is called Gaia GPS, and you have to get the premium membership to be able to look at the historical maps and overlay maps on top of each other, which after today, it's well worth it. This is the first time I used it. First house that I found, I drove out looking around, and it was about 50 feet from where my pinpoint that I pinpointed it on my map from 1910. So it was pretty accurate, and it helped me find an old house site. So I highly recommend it. I think it was like $39 a year, which is it's pretty cheap if you ask me for what you get. So I'm just going to show you what I found at this house site, and it was pretty cold and windy, so I'm sorry about the audio, but it was a good day. I'm going to go back there at some point. I'm sure there's some old stuff there. All the pennies I found were in the 60s, 70s, so I think there was some sort of a building there before, and then there was a house probably in the 60s. That's most of the stuff I found seemed to be in that range. So I'm sure there's some old stuff there. That's a good range for silver coins in the 60s there, so you might be able to find some of those, or definitely some wheat pennies, which I didn't today because it was just so cold. I was mainly just doing surface finds. I had the detector, but there was so much trash, so I'll just go back at a different point, and I'll run over that area again when it's a little warmer out and I have some time. So this is what I found today, though. Wasn't a bad day. So I just killed it on the buttons. I feel like I always find buttons, but today was unbelievable. I think there's 40 or 50 buttons here. Let's just run through some stuff real quick. This stuff I found a different day. That's a different video, so don't worry about that. Some little bottles. This is cool. These two glass, they're all glass, but this has plastic top. But these two are pretty cool. I don't know what kind of bottles they would be, but I love finding old bottles, and it's rare to find bottles that are not broken. So I found this big guy too. I don't think he's too old. And this piece of pottery is really cool. There's an old sprinkler spigot. Pretty rare for the desert, I feel like, but I think it may be, I don't know if it's copper or what, but it's got a nice patina to it. It's got a green coating on it. I found a couple spoons, old tape measure here. This is, I'm not sure what they call them, but it helps you get your shoes on. You put it behind your heel and slip your shoe on. Here's a big old button. It has no writing or anything on it, but it's kind of a cool find. Never found one of those before. We have a bottle opener with some writing on it. I couldn't read it, so I haven't cleaned this stuff off yet. One of the cooler finds I think today was an old razor. It's really heavy. And I believe you can turn this bottom thing and it opens the top to switch out the razor. And this key was probably the coolest thing I found, I think. Let's see if we can focus in. Hold on a sec, sorry about that. So it says P&F Corbin, New Britain, Connecticut, I assume, CT. But it's got a cool design on it. And then this was also a pretty cool find. I dug this one up. Yeah, postage guaranteed, sender deposit and email box, disabled American veterans, Cincinnati, Ohio. So that was pretty cool. I don't exactly know what they're for, but I assume it's something obviously with the mail for veterans, something so they don't have to pay postage, I'm guessing, which is pretty cool. And then all these pennies, like I said, were in the 60s, 70s. So that makes me think there probably is wheat pennies at least there. These are all surface finds for the pennies, except for 2 of them, I believe. So there, like I said, there was just so much stuff, and it was just super windy, and it was kind of cold. So I will go back and actually do some digging, and I'm sure there's some stuff there, old coins, and like I said, if it's the 60s, that you could possibly find silver too. Never know. So all these buttons, just ridiculous how many buttons I found. But these were all surface finds, all these buttons. So I was probably there for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and found quite a bit of stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, if you guys are struggling to find places to go, check out the app Gaia GPS. That I will probably use that from now on. You can use there's other ones online. I can think of the name, aerial maps, or historicaerials.com, and there was another one, and I can't think of the name of it, but those are free online. But it is nice to have the app on your phone, especially because it shows you like on the GPS when you're going to a site, you can actually see where you're at and how close you are, and you can drop pinpoints on, if you see old buildings or old sites, you can drop waypoints, and then you can overlap them with current topo maps to where you can see the streets and stuff, and it actually takes you there. So it's pretty cool. I highly recommend trying it out. You can get online, watch some YouTube videos. I'm not sponsoring the app by any means. I used it today and I really liked it. So I hope this helps you guys find some cool sites. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Happy hunting.